Some police officers can demand your ID just based on suspicion. In other places, that would be completely illegal. So what about your country? Let's find out now. Welcome to Global Law Explained. Today, we answer one of the most important and commonly asked questions during police encounters. Do you have the legal right to refuse to show your identification to the police? You might expect a simple answer, but the truth varies greatly from country to country. Understanding your rights can keep you safe and help you avoid unnecessary legal trouble. Let's take a closer look at how different countries handle this issue. We begin in the United States. The U.S. Constitution's Fourth Amendment protects citizens from unreasonable searches and seizures. In general, if you are not breaking any laws or suspected of a crime, you are not required to show your ID. Simply walking down the street is not a valid reason for police to force you to identify yourself. However, things are different in about 24 states that have what are called stop and identify laws. If police reasonably suspect that you are involved in criminal activity, they can legally demand your name and identification. Refusing in these states may result in being detained or even arrested. This is why it's so important to know the local laws where you live or travel. Next, we travel to the United Kingdom. In the UK, citizens enjoy strong protections over their privacy. Police cannot randomly stop people and demand ID without reason. However, if they reasonably suspect that you have committed a crime, they may ask for your details. In addition, under the Terrorism Act of 2000, police can request identification in designated security areas or under certain circumstances. Now let's look at Canada. Canada strongly emphasizes personal privacy rights. The law states that you must show ID only if you are driving, if you are formally detained or arrested, or if you are receiving a ticket for a specific offense. If you are simply walking, standing, or sitting in a public space, police cannot legally require you to show ID. However, if you are being detained, refusing to provide your basic name and address can lead to additional charges for obstructing a peace officer. Moving to Australia, the rules change again. In Australia, police authority depends on the state or territory. In New South Wales, for example, police may request your name and address if they reasonably suspect that you have committed or are about to commit an offense. In Victoria, refusing to provide legally required information can result in arrest. In Queensland and Western Australia, police have broader powers to ask for ID, particularly in traffic stops or when investigating suspected crimes. Always know the local laws before traveling. Clearly, laws about police identification requests vary dramatically across the world. Some countries place a high priority on protecting individual privacy. Others give law enforcement broader powers to ensure public order and security. So, what should you do if you were stopped by police anywhere? Stay calm. Be polite and respectful, and ask this important question: am I being detained, or am I free to go? If you are not being detained, you can politely leave without providing further information. Knowledge is power. Understanding your legal rights protects you and minimizes the risk of misunderstandings or abuse of authority. If you found this video helpful, please show your support. Click the like button, subscribe to our channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss our latest legal insights. Stay informed. Subscribe now for more legal knowledge from Global Law Explained.